Hey, True Believers England Teen here with another batch of new comic books reviews. These are the books that are on the shelf at the time of this recording. You could still go on and pick one up. And, well, the big old news. This is the first cameo appearance of Joker's new girlfriend. And it's made quite a splash and quite a few headaches for the people at the comic shop. So, with all that aside, let's get this party started. And yes, we're going to start with Batman 89. The Rogues Gallery cover here is okay. I like the painted covers, so I got the variant myself. I know that one's probably going to be the one that excites people because it's actually got the Joker on it. The variant had the Batman and Deathstroke fighting, so it barely has anything to do with what people are looking for, but it has a lot more to do with what's in the book. Now, in this one, it starts off with a penguin rushing into a hospital, threatening people, if you don't save my life, my men are going to kill all your families, you know, that kind of thing. And we cut to Batman. He's taken down yet another C-list villain, and he's like, dude, I need a new suit. And we see it's all cut up. And basically, that's it. It's this entire issue is Batman dealing with some of his old Rogues Gallery, and Catwoman and Harley having a conversation about all the crap that's going down. And the fact that at this point it feels to Catwoman like she's betraying Batman and everything. And that's what really makes this issue as good as it is. And I got to tell you, I am really enjoying Tynion's run on this one. It's such an improvement. We're getting characters rather than, like I said before, the Dead Poet Society that we were getting with Tom King. Is this the best of the issues? No, it isn't. However, it is still strong, and it's still definitely worth the pickup. I guess we've got a new villain here with the guy who's kind of crafted his face into a smile. Okay, isn't that Joker's game? I don't know. The point being, though, a lot of people are going to be buying this for one reason. The speculators are all over the fact that the Joker's girlfriend has a cameo appearance in this, and it's going to be... Guys, she's going to be gone. I don't know. Maybe she'll stick around. But there's 2 frames of her in here, and it's like just a side face and then just the mouth, and she's talking about, well, Harley doesn't look like she's going to be tough. And, so, you know, that kind of thing. So if you're speculating, that's what you're speculating on. The big thing is going to be, of course, the Infected #3 that's coming out. Overall, though, I'm still enjoying the story, and that's what I'm here to review, and I'm telling you, I recommend it highly. If you haven't been picking up Tynion Batman, I think you should. Holy Toledo and hallelujah. So right here, you've got Fantastic Four and X-Men, and this is one group that I've been enjoying the book of, and one group that I read the first issue and went, you know what, I'm done. I'm good. After Marauders, number 1, I haven't picked anything X-Men up. Now, that doesn't mean... I've got them, but I just haven't read them, in all honesty. And digitally, anyway. So, man, when the book begins, and we learn, of course, that Franklin's powers are waning. Every time he uses them, they're draining. It actually, I get that, and I kind of think his power should be something like that. He could create universes. So I don't mind there being a finite amount of universes he could create, and we already know that he's created a bunch from when we first met up with him in Fantastic Four #1. So Charles Xavier knows this is happening, and he wants to go take Franklin Richards from the Fantastic Four. Of course, this is met with exactly how it should. You want to convince the smartest man on the planet and one of the most powerful women on the planet that we should take their son away from them. That's not going to happen. I kind of dig that. And the X-Men, I've said before, come off as bad guys in their own book. And guess what? They're the bad guys here, too. They try to play it off as, at one point, Reed Richards, he suppressed the mutant gene that would allow Franklin to go through the gate, and everybody acts like he's the bad guy in this. No! Sometimes a parent has to show tough love in order to protect their child from themselves. And in my opinion, that's what we got right here. So I was okay with everything that Reed Richards did in this issue. Frankly, once again, the X-Men are the villains. They're trying to take a child from parents who do not want him to go. Sorry, gang, underage. Well, when you were 13, Kitty Pryde, don't you? No. Oh, no. Gang, this is completely different. And I'm sorry, that was the excuse. Well, Kitty Pryde was 13. You, without parental consent, and if you remember, Kitty Pryde was dropped off at that school. So don't give me none of this Kitty Pryde. Dude, the X-Men are straight up villains in this story and in every story I've read of them so far. But this book right here is one hell of an exciting book, and I highly recommend it. Usagi Yojimbo, number 8. And dude, let me tell you something. If you ask me about the best and the worst of Usagi Yojimbo, I'm just going to have to show you different levels of excellence, and you can find the least excellent book among them. That's just how Usagi Yojimbo is. I came to the party late, to tell you the truth. I used to think it was a parody book, in all honesty, because when Usagi Yojimbo showed up, we were getting geriatric gangrene jujitsu turtles and of course, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters. So I actually thought that this was a parody book, but no. First thing right out of the gate, you always kind of get this, okay, this is how they do it in Japan or ancient Japan. This was a way that they did things, kind of introduction to the culture. And then you get the story. In this case, Yojimbo is going back to his village, his original village, where his master had been defeated, and he meets even somebody that he used to be a samurai with, but now their loyalties has changed, and he's kind of offended by that. But then he starts to question, how long does he have to show loyalty to the master? It is a deep book for a cartoon rabbit story. If you've never given Usagi Yojimbo a try, you should. You can pick it up at any issue, and usually it's just a one-shot story right out of the gate. But in all honesty, dude, I am so recommending this book. If you can get to number 1, hey, wonderful, but I'm telling you, just pick one up. You will not be disappointed. All right, throwing in a bonus review here. Usually I do 1 DC, 1 Marvel, 1 independent. There's another DC here. It's a Joe Hillhouse book, though, so it's kind of like an independent in the fact that it's all about lesbians. So, independents tend to go that way anyway. In this case, these 2 girls, they wake up and they just feel weird. They're in a movie theater, and it's about sea devils, too, and that's the backstory of the Joe Hill books. But anyway, they've got muddy shoes. Things aren't really what they seem. The guy that works at the theater is acting all creepy and oogie. And they're not trusting it. They're not trusting things. But they go home, they take a ride, and basically don't bring up anything after that, until it's necessary. After they go home and they're talking about how things are weird. Oh, on the way there, I guess I should say, they do kind of run into a fawn of sorts. Not a fawn, but more like a minotaur, except for it's half human, half deer. I don't know if there's a word for that. If you know it, by all means, leave it in the comments below. And the thing is there's a lot to like about this book. Seriously. It really does go into the mythology of the city, the town that they live in. Unfortunately, it is a lot of tell, don't show. But it's an interesting history. It really is. And there's a lot of great ideas. However, and I feel really bad about this, and I bring this kind of stuff up all the time, the writer has no faith in women. And it's one of those who, because they have no faith in women, they think women are weak, they have to look at their characters from a point of weakness, from a point of victimhood, and that it's a message that just doesn't need to belong. Seriously, if you just write them as people, they will be strong characters, and therefore you will do what you're trying to do, but failing so miserably because you check them out and because you come at your characters from a point of weakness instead of strength. And unfortunately, I don't think that these are the writers and artists that are going to change. I think they always will see women as weak instead of strong, and that's kind of sad because once again, this is a bevy of great ideas for a story buried beneath a message that just does not need to be there. There you go, gang. Those are the reviews, and the covers are in the order from my favorite to least favorite right now. But I gotta say, FX, that's the big winner. And then Batman, they're thoroughly enjoyable. I liked them all. The only one I didn't like this week was the Lolo Woods, or this time, I should say. And even then, I thought there's some great potential there, and I hope they find it. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, of course, and tell me, which ones you're interested in reading and all that kind of stuff. If you'd like to see more new comic book reviews, by all means, click on one of the videos that are popping up here. Don't forget to click like and share. And if you haven't done it already, hit that notification bell, making sure your notifications are set for all for both Google and for YouTube. And don't forget to go on over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi. Drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on. Helps keep making videos for you. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.